Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the examples where the functional in the required form is not given. So we will have to first get the required format for the functional and then we'll apply the respective procedures. Right? So let us see how to construct the functional. So here it is given, find the curve passing through the points x1 y1 and x2 y2, which when rotated about x-axis gives minimum surface area. Right, so what it is given, we will have to find out the curve, means we will have to find out the extremal. As I told you earlier that the extremal is nothing but a curve. Right, so here we have to find out the extremal. Now what is the condition given? That it passes through the 2 points. So let us try to first get the formula. Right, so what it is given, as per the situation we have to draw a curve which is passing through 2 points. Say I am taking the first point as A, whose coordinates are x1 y1, and another point is B with the coordinate x2 y2. Right, so this is the curve y equal to y of x. So we want to get the expression for this curve y equal to y of x. Right, so to verify what it represents exactly. Okay, so this is the curve joining the 2 points A and B. Now which when rotated about x-axis. Right, so what we have to do here, we have to rotate this about x-axis. So a surface solid of revolution will be formed. Right, so what kind of solid of revolution will be formed? So it will be like this. Right, so this kind of solid of revolution will be formed when this curve is rotated about x-axis. Okay, now so here what is requirement, that it should give us a minimum surface area. So what we have to minimize here, we have to minimize the surface area generated after revolving the given curve about x-axis. Right, so surface area for this solid of revolution is required. So we need to first construct the formula to find out the surface area. Now what is the surface area of this? Yes, what is the formula? So surface area, so let us take a small element over here. Right, let us take the small part of this curve, say it is ds. Right, now this will be rotated about x-axis. Okay, so what is the formula for surface area? It is nothing but the such type of figure will be formed. Right, so what will be the formula for surface area of this? So it is nothing but the circular portion is formed. Okay, so we will find out the perimeter of this circle. Right, so what will be perimeter of this circle? That will be nothing but 2 pi. Right, and then the radius. So what is this radius? Radius is in general, suppose I am taking y. Right, so it is y. Okay, and then the width of this circular ring. Width of this circular ring. What is the width of this circular ring? Width of the circular ring is nothing but ds. Right, so that is the surface area of this generated when this small curve is rotated about x-axis. Right, so similarly we have such type of the collection of the curves. Right, when we move from point A to point B. Okay, so what we will do, in order to get the surface area of this complete curve, we will add such surface areas. Right, so addition means integration, and it is to be done from point A to point B, which is traveling along x-axis. So that is to be done from point x1 to x2. Right, so like this we get the formula for surface area of the solid generated by revolving this complete curve from point A to B about x-axis. Right, so what is that formula? Integration of 2 pi y ds. Right, and we know the formula of ds. What is the formula of ds? It is nothing but under root of 1 plus y dash square dx. Okay, so it becomes under root of 1 plus y dash square dx. So like this we have the formula for a surface area. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, so let us start with the solution part. So let y equal to y of x with the curve joining 2 points two points A and B, which is then rotated about x-axis and the solid of revolution is formed. Solid of revolution is formed whose surface area is so let us denote surface area by S is equal to integral from x1 to x2 of 2 pi y under root of 1 plus y dash square dx, right? So like this we have the functional, right? So this is the functional so formed. So this we have to minimize, right? So apply the process. Now here identify f. What is f? Yes, so f is nothing but 2 pi y under root of 1 plus y dash square. F is an integrand, right? Now as this involves what? Y and y dash only, terms of y and y dash only. So it is independent of what? X, right? So this is independent of x. Hence the solution will be given by independent of x. Therefore solution is given by what? The solution is given by f minus y dash into del f by del y dash equal to constant. Okay, this is the formula to find the solution of the functional when it is independent of x. Okay, so let us work for this. So here we need f, so let us call it as equation 1, right? So using 1 we will find out del f by del y dash. Okay, so this implies, so what we get? So let us find derivative of f with respect to y dash. So now 1 implies del f by del y dash equal to, so differentiating this with respect to y dash, so 2 pi y is constant. What is the derivative of under root of 1 plus y dash square? Yes, under root, derivative of under root is 1 upon 2 root, so it is 1 upon 2 root. Write down the terms within the root as it is, right? And then the differentiation of term within the under root sign. So what is that? 1 plus and y dash square. Derivative of 1 plus y dash square is, derivative of 1 is 0 and y dash square is 2y dash. Okay, so 2 will get cancelled. Now what is left? So we have pi y 2 times pi y into y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square. Okay, now call it as equation 3. Now using 1 for f and 3 for del f by del y dash in equation 2. So using equation 1 and equation 3 in equation 2 we get, yes, so what we will get? So f, what is f? 2 pi y under root of 1 plus y dash square minus y dash, then del f by del y dash is this 2 pi y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square equal to c. Now see here, how to simplify this? I have told you, whenever there is under root term in the denominator, try to make this in, take this in the numerator. So what we have? So multiplying by under root of 1 plus y dash square. So what we have? 2 pi y When I multiply by this, so this becomes 1 plus y dash square, isn't it? Then minus 2 pi y into y dash square, okay, equal to c times under root of 1 plus y dash square, okay. Now simplify, open the bracket. So what we have, 2 pi y dash square, here also 2 pi y dash square, so that will get cancelled. So what is left? Only 2 pi y, okay. Then equal to c times under root of 1 plus y dash square, okay. Now what is our aim? So if you remember, I have told you we have to obtain the expression for y dash, right? So we will have to make this term of y dash alone, take the remaining term on another side and try to get the expression for y dash, right? So how to do that? So first of all, we will make this under root y dash square term free from under root sign, okay. So what we will do? So this implies what it is? 2 pi y by c is equal to under root of 1 plus y dash square, okay. Now squaring both the side, we get so what we will obtain here? So it will be square of under root of 1 plus y dash square will be 1 plus y dash square is equal to, we get 2 square by c square, right? 2 square by c square, so it is 4 pi square y square by c square, okay. Now this 4 by c square is a constant, so this I will denote by some constant, say a times pi square y square. Pi square is also constant, so I can include this within a times y square, okay. So what I am having, a times y square, where what is a? A is 4 pi square by c square, isn't it? Okay. What is our aim? To obtain expression for y dash. So let us shift this one on the right hand side. So y dash square is equal to what? A times y square minus 1. So this implies what will be y dash? It is under root of ay square minus 1. Okay. Now, so that is which we can write as y dash can be written as dy by dx is equal to under root of ay square minus, I can take a outside the under root term. So it is what? Under root of a into under root of y square minus 1 by a. Okay. Now under root of a can be denoted by another constant, say capital B. What I am having? Under root of y square minus, I can write this as, say, d square. Okay. It's just a constant, so you can give any notation. So where what is b? B is under root of a, and what is d square? Is 1 by a. Okay. Now look at the equation so obtained. What is that? See the term carefully. Yes. So this is from this we can obtain a variable separable form. So dy upon under root of y square minus d square equal to what we have, b times dx. Now this is a variable separable form. So just by integrating we will get the answer. So on integrating we get what we shall get. So it is integration of 1 upon under root of y square minus d square equal to b times integration of 1 is x plus constant of integration, say d. Okay, now what is the integration of this? So it is nothing but formula of cos h inverse, right? This is nothing but a standard formula of cos h inverse. Okay, cos h inverse of y by d is equal to bx plus d. Okay, now so we are interested in getting expression for y, so we can operate cos h on both the side. So what we have? So y by d is equal to cos h of bx plus d. So what this gives you? Y is equal to d times cos h of bx plus d. Right? So this is nothing but a desired solution, right? So this is a desired solution, and if you wish to draw this curve, right? When you will draw this curve, then you will find this is nothing but of the form like this, right? It is just like a catenary. Okay, so the name of this curve is, it is called catenary. Is the required solution. Called as catenary. Right? So it is just like this. So I hope this problem is clear to you all. In the next video lecture, we shall see few more important examples. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.